Jamaica gained its independence in 1962, and since then the island has made significant strides to establish its post-colonial identity. Many ordinary Jamaicans have contributed to this ideal, as well as musicians, athletes, civic leaders, and heads of state. However, one name that readily comes to mind is the late Honorable Louise Bennett Coverley, or Miss Lou. She remains the mother of Jamaica, a giant in the field of theater. This dramatist extraordinaire taught Jamaicans pride in their language and culture and was an ambassador that brought our culture to the world's doorsteps. Today is the 102nd anniversary of her birth, and in homage to her invaluable contributions to nation building, our reporter Marlon Samuels explores her life and work.
You know, people always ask me if I'm born in the country, if I was born in the country. And I said, no, I'm born in Kingston, born under the clock, you know. When people are born in Kingston, I said, I'm born under the clock. Well, I was born on 40 North Street on a Sunday afternoon, the 7th of September. I'm Virgo. 1919, the 7th of September. I grew up mostly in Kingston and partly in Spanish Town. You know, while I was growing up in town, I loved it. I tell you, my mother always told me about the country and the songs and all that. And I used to hear the Jamaican folk songs on the streets all the time. The digging songs. To me, they were always digging up the streets of Kingston. Everywhere, as you go into school, you hear, "Umana heavy load," and all that, you know, and chichimada, some of them are holla, some are bad. And I used to love these songs right here, and we would dance, we would listen to them and so. And I was always wondering why we couldn't sing these songs in school. There we were singing, "Flow gently, sweet afton," and we didn't know what was sweet afton.
As a child, Louise Bennett Coverley, more fondly referred to as Miss Lou, dreamt of being a writer.
People would say, foolishness, foolishness. Well, yeah, write what? But then if you write, when should you write, Miss Rob? Where should I work? The only place I can work with writing is Gleaner. Of course, I started writing first in the standard language about the sun and the sea and things, you know. I run along a road very lined with trees, singing to the lazy tune of the breeze. And all of that. Very bugoyaga.
As a teenager, fortune smiled on her. She got a scholarship to attend school in London, England. There she landed a job at the BBC. She got married to Jamaican actor Eric Coverley.
It was under the coconut tree, darling. It was there you took my coat from me, darling, and promised to marry to me, darling. It was under the coconut tree.
Are you sorry you gave it to me, darling? Do you want to take it back from me, darling? I'll gladly return it to you, darling, underneath that same coconut.
She was also involved in theater. She taught, acted in, and wrote several Jamaican pantomimes.
Me love have lion heart, feel me love have lion.
Shining like the sunshine, only feel
Miss Lou spent years writing and performing poetry and song. She also regaled audiences with stories that celebrated Jamaica's linguistic and cultural diversity.
The other day, one young little Jamaica fella that going at school phoned me up. Me never know him, but him said that him hear about me and them reading my book into school over there, and he want to come see me. So I say, all right, must come. Me dear the boy come the morning, and I say, you name Paul? Yes, Mr. Lou. I say, so I say, your book them look heavy, Paul. He says, that book is soup. I said, what? He said, I cook a pot of soup and bring for you, Miss Lou. I'm glad. So tell because you know it was gungu soup. And it was a winter day. And make me tell you, over Toronto, child, them that's out of winter. Hey, a winter pooper. Them say that them never had no winter like this, your last one. For 72 years. And the first 72 years. What a crisis. And me go buck it up.
Those who had the honor of seeing her perform related to not just the words used. They also connected with rhythms and sounds of her delivery, as well as the subject matter.
Credit? Me no want no credit. Me have my money in my bosom.
Queenie, you misconstrue me.
Her poems and songs were valuable, not just for the celebration of linguistic diversity. They have cultural, political, and historic value.
Miss Lou's views, Friday, February 9. Okay. Listener, one big cascas broke out in Auntie Roach yard about strikers and missus. Hey, the girl dim she gave out say, looks, what a way strike artist like a broad in Jamaica nowadays, eh? Auntie Roach but out a laugh and say, oh no, dim. And her uncle nowadays, Jamaica, they cannot suffer from strikeitis. For years upon years now. For when me see the striking nurse, them picture in a newspaper what they say, with black band round them waist. Me remember so the same thing was a happen round 1966.
Her achievements changed both her life and the lives of generations to come.
A lot of our people go to foreign countries and pretend that they have just come to take. And they don't realize that they have brought a rich heritage with them to share with the people there too. And they have a lot to give to the people. And because I've always thought that when they talk about language and all that, we couldn't sing a Jamaican folk song and say, this long time girl I haven't seen you, come let me hold your hand. Sometimes, the children come in and say, come let me hold your hand. I said, to my darling, no, it's come let me hold your hand. It's free and nice, it's ours, that's what we say. Because I've always thought that if people downgrade our language, how is it that they don't realize that the English language is still a dialect? It is an international dialect. It is that it's known all over the world, and we respect that. But if Chaucer, the man who started to write this thing, had not started to write that, and if Chaucer was to come back now, he wouldn't understand how the language has grown. And if he were to talk, they wouldn't understand him, It's the same thing. It's growing. And you have to start to do this.
What Miss Lou has done for me is to pave the way that me never go explain the nice things that Miss Lou did have to explain long time ago. So me just go perform, collect my money and live. And I will always live up to a tradition because Jamaica talk beautiful and thanks to Miss Lou for make it nice.
For the news on PBCJ, I am Marlon Samuels.